What up, dude? What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. This is the channel where I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. And I'm back again with another video doing the recap of the Panthers versus the Steelers preseason game. Before we get right into it, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, guys. And make sure you do the bell icon too, because sometimes YouTube just be tripping. So make sure you hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss any videos. But hey, real quick, down below in the comments, let me know what you thought about the young guys that played tonight. Who stuck out to you and who are you most excited about for the future going forward? But without further ado, let's get into it. So this is the final preseason game for the Panthers. Of course, we're closing it out with the Steelers. We tend to find a way to play the Steelers every year in some form or fashion. It's typically the last preseason game. So we welcome them to Bank of America Stadium this time. Obviously, it's the fourth preseason game, so the dynamics are a little bit different from last game. Obviously, I did the recap video, us versus the Patriots. It wasn't pretty. This week, the starters didn't play. However, the energy was very, very high, and I was very satisfied with what I saw from the team, man. So let's go ahead and talk about what we did offensively. And, of course, we had to start with the quarterback competition because we know that number 2 backup position is the key, one of the key battles on offense, especially with Cam. With his health being in question at some point. Of course, we know he's going to probably play week 1. However, you're only as good as your backup quarterback. So Kyle Allen got the start. He got his one good drive and got out. They started off with the quick passing game, and I was happy to see that. We know our offensive line hasn't been great, so doing the quick passing game to get these guys going and get them in a rhythm was going pretty good. He connected with White, who had a big-time reception, and did a good job of giving it to him in stride. That way he can make a big play after catch. I think Kyle Allen started about 4 for 6 or 5 for 6. Pretty much, and there was a blocked field goal at the end of the drive, but you like what you saw with them being able to move the ball, gave them a couple quick passes, mixing the running game a little bit, but Kyle Allen looked pretty solid. And we know next up off the bench was our rookie third-round pick out of West Virginia, Will Grier. Will Grier has been struggling pretty much all preseason. I told y'all I'm off this guy. I'm not a fan anymore. He's going to have to do some more developing. Yes, he is a rookie, but I guess I was kind of reading too much and was pissed off about some of the hype that a lot of the people in the fan base that are Cam Newton haters wanted Will Grier to be the guy to take Cam Newton's spot this year once they saw him get drafted. Come to find out, he's not nearly ready to be a starter. He's not nearly ready to be a backup at this point to be a number 2. But tonight he came out pretty, you know what I'm saying? But he was pretty up and down, you know what I'm saying? He had some moments where he made some plays, obviously, getting the ball out quick, but he got sacked a lot. He did have a pretty touchdown pass. It was very good to Aldrick Robertson. It was perfect deep pass in stride, and the deep ball is one of his good points, which is one of the reasons why North Turner liked him so much. They put in a lot of work and put in a strong recommendation for him coming out in the pre-draft process. But the thing that you get with Will Grier is he giveth and he also taketh. The very next play that he came in at quarterback, he threw an interception that was like mind-numbing, and it was pretty inexplicable of what he was actually looking at. I don't know if he was trying to throw the back shoulder, but the receiver kept running versus the cover 2. But it was a bad pass, and the receiver didn't slow down. The cornerback did. It was picked off, and it just seemed like a bonehead play. And my problem with Will Grier is sometimes he seems too nonchalant about stuff. We know that there's a lot of pressure, and not really, there's not much pressure on him to make the team, obviously, because he was a third-round pick. They're not going to cut him, you know what I'm saying, because they have a third-round pick invested in him. But at the same time, teams do not like to keep 2 or 3 quarterbacks on their roster, but he's pretty much forcing our hand to the point that we're going to have to do that for Will Grier. So Kyle Allen will probably be the number 2 guy, Will Grier number 3. But the guy that I've been talking about has probably been the stepchild of this is Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke actually led 2 touchdown drives. He came in and got sacked on his first play. He was gimpy, but he came in and made plays. This guy's a small guy, you know what I'm saying? The writing had pretty much been on the wall for him ever since they drafted Will Grier that he would probably get cut. And I still think that'll happen, but he made a lot more plays and he's looked better in preseason overall than Will Grier has. You know what I'm saying? He was the only one to put up a touchdown drive last week versus the Patriots, and he put up 2 this week, buying time, finding Elijah Holifield on the 2-point conversion also. So you got to give credit. I like this guy. He's scrappy. I actually ran into his parents in the airport last year before the Tampa Bay game. So I got a little soft spot for Taylor Heinicke, but I like what I saw from him. For the running back position, tonight, of course, Cameron Payne got the first drive, played a little bit. Bonafide, he's been balling all preseason. You know, he was on the practice squad last year for the team. He may have a chance to get on. If we keep 4 running backs, maybe if it's Christian, Cap, Scarlett, And Bonifant, I can see that actually happening. Bonifant has made a lot of plays in the passing game, and the backup running back will be by committee. It depends what you want and what scenario. Scarlett, he can't catch the ball, but he's not as a receiving threat with the better hands like Bonifant. Bonifant is pretty good in space. He's not as tough as a runner between the tackles like Scarlett, but I like what they brought to the table. Scarlett ran hard tonight for sure. He got in the end zone, catching that check down. Like I said, he's worked on his hands. Elijah Holifield, he probably will be a casualty if we can't practice squad him maybe, but of course he's a good story. He's the champ's son, but with the crowded backfield that we have in the competition, he may be the odd man out, but I do like what I saw from Elijah Holifield overall this preseason. You know what I'm saying? He's built like a power running back, but he tends to kind of be a little bit more finesse, so his skill set doesn't totally match his body type. So I don't know what you want to do with him, but I could probably see him probably not making the 53-man roster. But let's talk about the defense. Defensively, we looked very good tonight. Like I said, the energy was there. I don't know if it was just because a lot of these guys are backups and they know this could be the last time they're playing football either in their life or even as a Carolina Panther. So they want to put the best foot forward, even if it's to make the team for the Panthers or to make somebody else's team who may be scouting them and watching them from another team in the league if they get cut by the Panthers. But defense came out with a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Marquise Haynes obviously was the key pounding player of the game. He had 2 sacks, 3 tackles. He looked very quick and fast off the edge. I was surprised he played tonight, but I guess more reps for him is better because he hasn't really had a ton of chance to play because he didn't really fit the old system that we ran with the 3-4, but 4-3, but the 3-4 now fits him perfect. Christian Miller played a lot. He actually got a sack. Christian Miller, he is raw. He still has a lot to do, but I liked what I saw from him, the effort, the motor, and stuff like that. F.A. Obata up front, man. I've been very, very proud of this guy. We know he's a foreign exchange guy. He had that game against the Bengals last year where he had a sack and a pick, I think, or 2 sacks and a pick, or a strip sack, or whatever. But he was playing defensive end. In this new 3-4, they bulked him up. He's noticeably bigger. You could tell how long his arms were last year. He was kind of skinny. Now he's bulked up, moved inside to that 5 technique, and he's been working wonders. We saw last week versus the Patriots, he made 2 plays, helped pretty much set up Brian Burns. One play, he drew a double team that let Brian Burns to escape and get the quarterback. Other play, he flushed the quarterback right into Brian Burns' hands, and he caused a strip sack. Today, he was making his own plays in the running game, making plenty of plays in the backfield, and I like what I saw from F.A. He's getting better every day. He's very raw. He has the body type, but the more experience he gets, the better. I definitely think he will make the roster. How much PT will he get during the year? I'm not sure, but the more playing time he gets, the better he will be. Rashawn Golden played in the secondary, and he played a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He flashed, made some plays. He had a couple blitzes. He made some plays in the running game also. You know, he's very, very active at all times. That's the type of guy he has. He's smaller, but he has that reckless abandon where he's not scared to put his body in harm's way, and I really do like that about Golden. He will be the big nickel for us probably, but he was playing a lot more free safety tonight, so I like what I saw there. Andre Smith, the linebacker, he actually had a good game too. He was very, very active, making plays sideline to sideline. I like what I saw from him. Brian Rivera bragged about him in some of the interviews without even being asked about him when they asked who had probably one of the better preseasons and camps. So he will definitely be our number 2. He looks a lot better than Carter for sure, in my opinion. But both of them will get a chance to play. But I do see Smith being that first linebacker off the bench when it comes to inside behind Shaq or Luke, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I like defensively what we did, but the big thing and the elephant in the room is the kicking situation. I'll make a full video to talk about this, but your boy Joey Sly hit a 59-yard field goal today. They probably would have been good from 64, 65, maybe even 66. So with Greg Gado being hurt and this is kind of a competition going on, I don't know what's going to happen for sure, but it could get ugly and it could get messy, especially with these kickers. You know, you can't trust these kickers sometimes, but Joey Sly has only missed 1 field goal this preseason, and it was because of a blocked field goal that happened tonight. So 6 made field goals out of 7 attempts. You can't really get mad at that. He'll definitely either be trade bait or our starting kicker going into the season, depending on what's going on with Graham. I know Ron Rivera's a little bit disappointed not to see what we could get out of Graham and seeing if he was actually healthy enough to be able to play in the regular season. So we'll see how that goes. But you guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought about us on that last note and what guys did you notice made a play today against the Steelers. And let me know What are you expecting? Are you excited for the season? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no more preseason. There's no more BS. It's time to get ready for LA. So you guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought about the game, how excited you are for the regular season. But without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I'll see you next time.